Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing our review for WandaVision because the first two episodes were released yesterday on Disney Plus, and we both watched it, and we're just going to give our thoughts on it, I guess, which are going to be pretty quick because a whole lot didn't exactly happen in terms of big story progression. There was like little tidbits here and there, but overall it wasn't like the most world-changing thing that we'll probably see in this series. So I guess, what did you think about it?
Just a quick little thing. If you're going into this going into the first two episodes expecting big things to happen, you're going to be very disappointed, because I think the way this show is going to structure itself is going to drop little hints which slowly,
and then it's all going to come to a head.
So just don't go in expecting that. Overall, I thought it was good. I'm not sure if good is the word. It's weird. There was some good moments. There was, I guess, they obviously everyone knew they were going with the fun sort of 60s sort of aspect, which I think
I don't know how long that's gonna last. I feel like that'll slowly fade away.
Yeah, we can already see it fading away. Throughout some of the episodes, but I think obviously that's just going to be to mask like the horror that's going on behind the scenes sort of thing in Wanda's mind, because everyone pretty much knows that Wanda's trying to obviously create her own pocket reality with Vision still being alive. If you haven't seen any of the Marvel movies properly, especially the main Avengers movies, you won't understand what the hell's going on or why anything's.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen every movie and we barely understand what the hell's going on, so you're just going to be completely lost if you... this is the sort of thing that you just want to get into, if you want to get into the MCU, don't start with this.
Yeah, if you're looking to go and watch this before watching, the Avengers films or, Civil War and stuff, I think you should go and watch that stuff first.
It's very weird. I thought it wasn't... I don't know, I wasn't, the biggest fan of it, but I didn't exactly hate it. I thought it just, It was entertaining enough. It was basically just a sitcom, wasn't it? Pretty much.
The first episode, with a bit of weird
70s
moments.
Sitcoms, yeah. The intro, even in the second episode, is parodying Bewitched, I think, which is an old school sitcom. So I didn't think it was bad. I thought it was a fun enough show.
Should we talk about what actually happened in the episodes? And just do.
I guess. So
a non-spoiled thoughts. It was good, but it was weird.
Yeah, it was fine. It's just a bit weird. Yeah, it seems like it's just kind of weird for the sake of it. It wasn't. The performances and everything were good though. They were all fine.
I think every actor is doing well. Every actor and actress is doing well.
They did say it was shot on old school cameras, didn't they?
I think even some parts I didn't
think that it looked like that. I thought it just looked like they shot them on modern day cameras with a black and white filter and 4:3 aspect ratio.
I think they said at some points they used the old microphones they used to use to make it sound compressed, the audio.
Yeah, they had a laughing track and all that as well, didn't they? So it was they went in terms of effort, they get a 10 out of 10 because they really put a lot into this so far. But I guess let's just get into what happened.
If you haven't watched it, we're gonna get into our spoiler reviews now. So go and watch it. It's on Disney Plus. If you haven't watched the Avengers films first, I'd recommend go and watch those because you won't understand what the hell's going on. We'll get into them now. So
let's get into it. Yeah. So I guess the first thing that we want to talk about, I guess, is mainly just what the hell's going on, because we know that so far it's just kind of some sort of alternate reality from what we can tell, and based on the trailers as well, we can tell that it's some sort of alternate reality that Wanda's created for herself, where her and Vision are living happily ever after. They basically get their happy ending in a way where they can just live out the rest of their days together. But there's not a huge amount that really, the first episode was just kind of your typical sitcom plot where it's the boss is coming over to eat and we need to prepare things, but everything's going to get messed up. It's that fun sort of cliched thing that I think a lot of sitcoms kind of use that formula before. But the general story of it, which there isn't a whole lot there right now, it seems like they're setting up something to do with S.W.O.R.D, having to do with being the main thing behind maybe trying to get Wanda out of this, or get her out of her Vision thing. I don't know what you thought of the first episode, at least in terms of story progression.
I think there's a few interesting parts from the. Let's just talk about the first episode first. The 3 main interesting parts are for the first episode. First, I like the common thing that they're doing, I think, which they're probably going to do with each episode, where they have the TV advert with a reference to another character in the MCU.
Yeah, so the first one
the
is
Stark
Tony,
Industries toaster in the first episode, and we'll talk about the second episode after. And also...
I feel like the second one might be more important, but at the same time, I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. I don't think any of these have any relevance.
More of a throwaway joke or something.
Yeah, I think that sort of thing. Also, the other main sort of thing is the introduction of the character. I think her name's Agnes, the neighbor. She's a character stripped from the comic, straight from the comics. But I think they've shortened her name. This is what I was saying.
She's that witch lady, isn't she? I don't remember the character's name.
Yeah, she's the witch lady. She's like the servant of Mephisto. So I think
that was it. Yeah,
I think she's gonna have a very big part. And
also they dropped a lot of hints that Mephisto could show up. Those were made in the second episode. I'll get to them in a minute.
Yeah, I think that's she's gonna be the main link to Mephisto. Also, the boss choking sort of thing. That was just weird. I don't know.
I think what that was I think they were trying to show that obviously that it's like an alternate reality that Wanda wants to create that's perfect, but it's not going to work because obviously there's too many questions, too many things that don't add up in it. So obviously that guy was asking her too many questions. So then the lady was stop it to the guy at first, and then she looks over at Wanda and keeps saying stop it. Basically saying to stop choking him because she's in control of this reality, so she's probably killing that guy because he's asking way too many questions about the sort of the stuff that that's going on in this reality, which doesn't make any sense. But I thought that was interesting. Maybe it's going to hint towards Wanda's kind of turn to evil or something, if that thing about Doctor Strange is true, where she's the bad guy.
There's one common theme throughout the first episode, is that they don't know what the hell's going on themselves. They don't know what the hell the date is. They don't know how long they've been married. They don't know anything.
Yeah.
And that's how the question.
And obviously Vision's not going to know any of that, is he?
Because Vision's just fake. Vision's not even there.
Yeah, he's not real, yeah. Yeah, because he's dead, so he can't be there. So I guess that was pretty interesting for the most part. I mean, the first episode, there wasn't a whole lot there except for that stuff that we were talking about, as I said, and the ending with Sword.
The ending with Sword, someone's watching it on the TV. On a TV,
yeah.
Which is, I thought that was weird. Why would you be watching it through a TV? I thought that was weird
too, yeah. I don't know why it's like that. Why it's in black and white. I mean, because obviously the characters are aware that it's in black and white, so they can't sense colour, which we find out in the next episode.
Yeah, and
I just thought it was pretty interesting.
I don't know. I liked the sort of the slapstick comedy sort of aspect of it. I liked it, but I said
all the stuff where Vision the lady opens the thing and the Vision starts singing and everything's
and then the stuff where Vision's at work. I like the Vision's at work thing. That was quite funny. But I like Vision more than Wanda in this. But I think. In terms of comedy sort of thing, but I don't think it's meant to be. It's going to get less funny, but as we get into
it's like Paul. It's I think Paul Bettany's just a good actor for that sort of thing. I think he's just good,
especially in the second episode, which we'll get to in a bit, like the magic scene. That was I was genuinely laughing, which I didn't think I would be laughing at this show, because that sort of comedy doesn't really appeal to me. I'm just not that type of person, and it actually got a few laughs out of me, which I guess is a good thing. But like I was saying to you before, I think this show's only going to appeal to a very niche audience.
A very niche audience, yeah.
Very select few type of watchers, and I mean it's good for them. I don't mind it.
I don't mind it either. Yeah, I'm fine with it. I don't think I'll be rewatching it a whole lot anytime soon, but I'm not annoyed that I saw it in the first place.
I think the aspect that I'm gonna like later on in the season is I don't expect there to be another season, so I think I'm gonna like the part where they start getting involved with the agents and stuff, because we got obviously another teaser of that in the second episode. So it'll be interesting to see if that plays out. But pretty much that's all I have to say about the first episode. I'd give it 7 out of 10. Being fair to it, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It didn't grab my attention at first, but then again, I didn't go in expecting that, so it's fine.
Yeah, so I think after that, the second episode, which was I thought that was slightly better in my opinion. I don't know.
I
enjoy
like
that one
the
a little
second
more.
episode a lot more than the first.
I know my brother didn't like it as much. He said that he preferred the first one, but I thought the second one was more interesting. I thought it set up and teased a lot more as well. With obviously, well, I guess the story of it was again typical kind of sitcom plot where it's like Vision and Wanda are supposed to be doing something later. They're trying to fit in and all that sort of thing, and then Vision eats a piece of gum, which, like, because he's a robot, messes with his innards and, like, just screws him up completely. And then the whole thing with, like, the magic show or whatever, where they were doing all that stuff. But I think the stuff in this, there was, like, a lot of smaller details where it was there was a lot of kind of Easter eggs and teasers for later. Like, on the part of the beginning where they had the animated intro, which I thought was weird. If you pause it at a certain part, you can see Grim Reaper's helmet there. Which, I mean, I've heard rumours that Grim Reaper would be in the show, and the fact that that's there is very kind of, it's like addressing that rumour, I guess. So, I don't know, I feel like that Grim Reaper could show up. And there's also the thing later, which is another thing I wanted to talk about, which links back to the Mephisto thing you were going on about, when Wanda and Agnes, was that her neighbour's name?
Yeah, Agnes.
You said it earlier, but I forgot. Yeah,
she's a really good actress. I don't know her name, but I like.
Catherine Hahn, I think you said it.
I liked her acting.
I think that's her name.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah. But they had that scene where they were all in like that weird meeting thing with that dirty lady, and then someone says like the devil's in the details or something, and then she says to Wanda that's not the only place he's in. So, I mean, come on, that has to be some sort of teaser for Mephisto showing up. It has to be.
Yeah, like, Mephisto's like the devil of the Marvel Universe anyway, so he's going to be like the main... I think he's going to be the main sort of... I think he's going to be...
antagonist.
Yeah. Maybe this show, but mostly maybe for Doctor Strange as well.
And setting up for potentially a Ghost Rider movie or show, because that Ghost Rider show got cancelled, so maybe this was supposed to set that up, but they're going to do something else with Ghost Rider now that we don't know about. I don't know. But, I guess after all that stuff, we also had the first like hints of colour in the show. So like when Wanda, at the beginning of that episode, when she fires that helicopter, the little toy helicopter with the sword that says sword on it.
That was weird. Logo. I don't know where the hell that one came from. That one I genuinely didn't understand. There's things that
I read a theory about that.
Yeah, go on.
I read a theory about that, and I think it could be true. Basically, I think that from what I read as well, that they kind of solidified it. I think that helicopter is somehow from the real world, somehow managed to make its way into Wanda's dimension, and it's kind of like been shrunken down and scrambled as it went through and landed as a toy. And then there's no pilot there, obviously, but do you know that character, Geraldine, that lady who was at the place?
Is that the one from Captain Marvel?
That's what people are saying, because when she says her name to her, she's like, what's your name? She's like, and then she's like stumbling over it, and then she says Geraldine.
Yeah.
So it could. Everyone's saying that that's that Monica Rambeau character from Captain Marvel, the kid. So that
she says
makes
she don't
enough
know.
sense
She
to
says
me.
she doesn't know how she got there. So
yeah, well, she said at first she was in a black void, then she was in that box. So maybe that's like representing the kind of her journey from where she was to now. Like, because she's stuck in a box as well.
I think that the guy we heard on the radio, the guy from Ant-Man 2.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. There was that radio thing, which was
I think that might be linked to Geraldine as well. I think they might be like agents. We also see
sword agents.
One other thing which could be linked to that is the guy, the beehive suit thing at the end.
That was weird. I don't know what that was.
I don't get what that was.
Yeah,
but
that really confused me. I was like, okay. And then Wanda just rewinds it.
It just comes out of the sewer, like the TMNT. And then
I thought, he opens it, and then Dylan was saying to me that I thought Pennywise was going to come out of there. I said I thought it was the TMNT. But
I don't know.
That was weird. I don't know either. That was kind of weird. I didn't really know what was going on.
Wanda just reverses time and then just like makes that go away, like not happen. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing that's like. I think that's either got to... I don't know if that would have anything to do with the agents, though. Because that seemed like more of a sinister tone, where the agents are having more of like a helpful tone. Maybe something to do with Mephisto, or like Grim Reaper.
I'm not sure. I've got no clue what that was. That was kind of random. I don't really understand what it was.
I like these weird aspects, but as long as they play them off well...
And it's not just them, just because being weird is fun.
For being weird. Like, stuff like... You know, like Get Out, like the movie Get Out. There's a lot of weird aspects and stuff like that in there, but it's played off well and it all links together, so it works.
And it's explained, yeah. So, I think that, I don't know, I think there's a lot of potential with this, especially with all the things they've set up, and then obviously the second episode ends with the whole thing with the guy from Ant-Man 2, the agent, I don't remember his name, the police officer who was like making sure Ant-Man wasn't like going out of his house or whatever.
He's definitely got a promotion. Doing, right? He's definitely got a promotion to be doing that.
I don't remember anything about Ant-Man 2. That movie was so forgettable in my opinion.
It's because they were on house arrest because of Civil War, remember? And he was the agent.
Yeah, I remember that, but I completely forgot like anything that happened in that movie. It was so pointless to me. Like nothing really happened in it. At least in my opinion, I don't know. Aside from Ant-Man like dying, but that wasn't really a big thing. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention, you were talking about the commercials before.
Oh yes. Yeah.
We had that the second one with that watch that said Hydra on it and Strucker.
Yeah, the Strucker watch.
So my guess, because those two commercials, think about it. She hated Tony in Age of Ultron because she thought that he'd like dropped the city. What did he do? Like killed or
I think it was dropped a bomb on Sokovia, like a terrorist group used Stark Industries bomb to hit Sokovia. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, or something like that. And also Strucker is the one who gave her powers, so maybe it's like teasing some sort of origin stuff potentially coming. Because think about it, all that stuff kind of made Scarlet Witch the character she is now, where Iron Man is responsible for her kind of doing all that stuff that she did, and she hated him for a bit because of it, and she probably hates Strucker as well for even giving her those powers in the first place. So I think those two are definitely linked. There's got to be some relevance to them, and also the Hydra logo, which is cool.
There's two links between those two scenes with the commercials, which proves that they might have some significance in that overall show instead of just being throwaway. In the first episode with the toaster beeps, and towards the end of the advert, the beeping becomes faster. And in the second one with the watch, the ticking becomes faster towards the end. So I'm not sure I've played them back like next to each other, and it actually like they speed up at the same time and end at the same time. So it's got to have some sort of significance.
Mm.
So yeah, that was
I think it definitely does have some sort of significance. It wasn't like obvious right now what the significance could be, but we'll probably find out in the future episodes, I assume, with the other commercials, and they'll probably interlink, like kind of weave together.
I'm hoping, like I said, all this stuff like connects, because then if it doesn't, I'm just going to be annoyed, because why put it there? Like, there's no point putting stuff there just for the sake of it. Like, the throwaway stuff, fair enough, but don't make it like big. You know what I mean?
Also, the thing with Strucker and Hydra, I kind of want them to address that, because I don't know. I felt like maybe I was the only one who felt this way, but I felt like Hydra got like a really underwhelming end in Age of Ultron.
You were saying this like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., innit?
Yeah, because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they were setting it up as like a pretty big thing, and even in Winter Soldier they set up as a massive thing with that Hydra takes over the world and then the Avengers kill them in like 2 seconds in the next movie. So it was like, okay.
It's because they shunned them to like introduce Ultron. Really, I think that was the sort of
which I thought was stupid. I thought that was like completely pointless. I think they shouldn't have done that, at least in my opinion.
I think the Hydra thing, though, it's gonna come back in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is actually coming out like sooner than you think.
It's coming out in like 2 months, isn't it?
Yeah. So time flies when you're sitting at home, and I'm
just watching these shows. Yeah.
I don't think we'll get any links to like that. I don't think we'll get any links to Falcon and the Winter Soldier between WandaVision. But
because I think right now for WandaVision, like we haven't really got anything else. That's really about it, isn't it? Because like there wasn't a whole lot in these 2 episodes. I think these were just kind of to get you into the style of the show, and then episodes 3 and 4 and so on.
2 big things that happened though at the end of the second episode is that we got the color change, so that they got color now. Which will allow the show to look like, I think it will look a lot nicer now. And then we got Wanda's obviously pregnant.
Wanda's pregnant.
So we'll see the kids soon.
Look, twins.
I hope they do the same design that they have for them in the comics. I just hope that, because I think that would look cool.
Yeah, I just am interested to see where the show goes, to be honest, and how they're going to try and do all the stuff with all these potential interesting characters and stuff, especially Mephisto. He's like one of Marvel's most interesting villains in my opinion, and they'll definitely like be able to do well. I want to say definitely be able to do him right, but I don't know. I'm a bit scared with the way they've done certain villains, but hopefully they don't kind of wuss out, like tone him down really bad. I hope they keep him as like a full-on like evil devil sort of character, so because he's supposed to be like pure evil. So
they have to make him pure evil. If they don't, like, it won't be right.
And then it will lead to Ghost Rider, hopefully, but. I guess we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves now. We just need to wait for another episode of this to come out to give us some more context.
The good thing is, it's got us gripped. I think that's a good thing. I'm actually waiting for the next week's episode to see what other weird things are in the show.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen, which is surprising, because I thought that even though there wasn't a whole lot in these 2 episodes, it somehow managed to like make me excited. Like, I want to see what's happening next.
Going into this, I thought I wouldn't care, but after watching it last night, I was pretty shocked. I was like, oh, I'm actually looking forward to next week's episode, so fair enough, Marvel. You've done it again.
I'm still more excited for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but
definitely, definitely.
So, I guess that's it. So,
good start, I'd say. Good but weird start, but I think that's the intention.
Yeah, I think it was interesting enough. It's managed to grip me, so I guess it's done its job. So, if you guys be sure to let us know, I guess, what you guys thought of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Be sure to let us know what you thought of WandaVision. Let us know what you think of Falcon and the Winter Soldier in a few months when it's out. But be sure to stay tuned for more videos as well, similar to this. Hit the like button if you like this video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Check out our Instagram link in the description. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. See ya.